Want some candy?
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. I'm all out of bubblegum.
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
I hear you looking for candy, man, bitch.
Give me some sugar, baby. Like scary movies.
Uh-huh. Want some candy?
Come, my candy killer congregation, have a seat. Our Reverend Mills is ready to start his sermon.
Oh, many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. Ha! And when you hear of wars and rumors of wars, be ye not troubled, for such things must needs be. But the end shall not be yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom, against kingdom. And there shall be earthquakes in divers places, and there shall be famines and troubles. These are the beginning of sorrows. But take heed yourselves, for they shall deliver you up to councils, and in the synagogues ye shall be beaten, and ye shall be brought before the rulers and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them. Praise Jesus.
Well, all right, candy killers. This is your old buddy Screaming E from the world's second greatest rock and roll band, the Memphis Murdermen, here with a very important message. Praise the Lord and pass the ammunition, because there's a new episode of Monster Candy Podcast coming your way. Oh, yeah.
Praise be.
Praise be.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Monster Candy Podcast. And with me, as always, is Oubliette Sparks from Tsunami Bomb. And
Maybe.
back again, our main man, Money Mills, Reverend Money Mills, back
Excellent.
with us to discuss the 1990 sci-fi horror movie-ish
Yeah.
movie Hardware.
Horror.
It is. It's something. Hardware. Yeah, directed by Richard Stanley.
Yeah,
and
you know, this motherfucker has a project in development right now called Malware, and I'm praying it's a sequel, but you know.
Yeah, we'll see.
No, so there was going to be a sequel, and because of, I guess, the first movie was actually kind of a cult hit, it got into a bidding war between studios, and then it just never ended up coming to fruition.
I needs it.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But yeah.
There's maybe a lot to say about this movie. I don't know. But before we even get into that whole thing, I think it's time for
Horror News.
That's right, horror news. Shotzi Blackheart. Thank you. So horror news. Who's got some?
Dude, have you guys been looking at the stock market?
Oh my God. My retirement.
That is some horror news right there.
Money's not real. None of this is real.
My 401k is like a 201k right now.
Yeah, I made the awesome decision to start really buying stocks last April, so that's all I need to say. I mean, I've got some other investments, but fuck.
Just sell drugs.
Same.
That's what's up. So I'll go first while everyone gets their horror news together.
Cool.
I want to start off with the Last Drive-In season 4 premiere on Shudder. Joe Bob Briggs, Darcy the Mail Girl was fucking great. Started off with Night of the Living Dead, which for this Pittsburghianser I was all about. And that was a good one. And I just want to say that Joe Bob has confirmed what myself and this podcast has always said about the whole lore that everyone keeps putting on this fucking movie had nothing to do with race. Even he says it. I mean, forget the fact that fucking George Romero said it. And it was just, we weren't even thinking about that shit. It was whatever. He said it. And everyone needs to stop saying that shit. Like, it was a coincidence. It happened. That's great. I understand. And hey, you can even make some analogies and say it's kind of like this. But I've gotten into so many fucking arguments with people online, and I still keep seeing this shit where they're like, no, man, it totally was. Doesn't matter what George said. Doesn't matter what George Romero said. I'm like, well, it does, because it's his fucking movie. And, you know, you can't keep projecting shit on stuff. And it drives me insane. But anyway, that was awesome. And then they also did Joe Bob's first movie he ever reviewed, which was was it Anthropophagus? I don't know. The movie was fucking terrible.
I heard it has one really interesting scene.
I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, there's some gore, but
it's
it's a foreign movie, and it's like dubbed. I just wasn't into it. Thank you, Joe Bob, for doing Night of the Living Dead. That was awesome. And I do have one more bit of horror news, and I don't know why, but so Danzig was writing another movie, a werewolf biker movie, plus sequels to his first 2 horror movies.
I'm so here for this.
Oh man.
Mm-mm. I still didn't watch the other one.
I mean, we really look, God bless the guy doing his thing. If he's having fun, more power to him, right? Do your thing, my man. But oh man, they're not good, like, at all. Not even in like a bad way, like a campy way, like, oh, that shit was so bad. It's just bad. And I always say this, like, if Eli Roth or anyone else took that content, like took his ideas and made a movie out of it, they'd be good. Or at least the fucking Death Rider and the House of Vampires, that one, the vampire Western.
I haven't seen any of his stuff.
Dude, you have to. I mean, you have to, because it's.
I mean, I'm sure it will happen. You'll probably force me to do it.
Yeah, it would be, and then we'd get a lot of material out of it. Devin Sawa's in it, which
amazing.
Yeah. And you know, God bless his soul too. Dude, fucking Lee Ving's in it.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I don't know. There's that.
I'm sure it's in my future.
Oh man. I mean, hey, I guess he's earned the right to just do whatever the fuck he wants. Eli Roth is in it too. So
I don't think that he actually earned that right. I think that he just took it upon himself to take that right.
I guess. Yeah. So yeah, that's my horror news. Yeah.
The only other one I had other than the stock market was that I saw that the axe from The Shining sold for $175,000. And I actually thought that was a little low for that one. Thought I might go for more.
Was there only one? Because, you know, typically, like, something that important, you'd have multiples.
I'm sure they have a bunch of them. I think this one was used on screen.
Yeah,
I don't know how many were used on screen.
That get the big ticket as if it was actually, you know, certified used on screen.
Probably the one that got Scatman Carruthers, who, if you guys didn't know, was a fucking, aside from being, you know, the Scat Man, was actually a drummer too.
So really,
drum and scat.
Back in the day, he's playing drums. I posted a video of him one time a while ago. So yeah,
I've brought nothing to the table.
What? Well, you brought. Don't say nothing. You brought something to the table.
Well, there is
don't have any news.
No.
There is the Robert Englund story.
What is that?
Has Rat filming? It's going to be like a documentary.
Okay, I'm here for that.
Yeah, so that should be cool. I mean, it's got interviews with Lance Henriksen, Eli Roth, Tony Todd, Bill Moseley, and a bunch of other people. So that should be pretty cool. We all like Robert Englund.
Yeah,
we do. I really liked his episode from that Showtime series, Masters of Illusion. The Dead Can Dance.
Yeah, he's good.
That was a good one.
I mean, not like
he's done many other things.
Yeah, I don't like the lines that he creates. If people want to go see him, horror cons. But, I mean, not that I would like. I don't care about autographs anyway. But goddamn, like
It's impressive.
200 people deep.
Yeah.
Fuck
I believe
that.
it.
Fuck that. So
What do you care about when you go to horror cons?
just the bullshit to buy, the stuff that I don't need.
The banter.
Yeah, and the banter and the people watching.
Hmm.
But
The
not
people
the
watching is always good. When
not
I
the
went to
autographs.
when I went to that Bruce Campbell
Mm-hmm.
drive-in, the people watching was fantastic. People who like him and love those movies, like really love those movies and really love him.
Oh yeah. Oh, 100%. And just to see how big people's fucking heads are.
Like literally, because he has a huge noggin.
Yeah, well, dude, that's the
No,
thing.
there's some people with big ass heads, and there's people who are
Oh, you
fucking
mean the
dicks at
egos?
those.
The egos or the actual big melons? Because I got a big melon. I felt attacked
Well,
right then.
I mean, both, honestly, when you see famous people in person, but
Yes,
egos, totally.
which I was watching special features on the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 thing. The steel book I just got, or was it steel book? No, just a regular DVD that I had. And I've always said this, I've always mentioned this to anyone. Like anytime we go to these horror conventions, I see these fucking actors and they always have the biggest fucking heads. Like the biggest head, like their melons are so fucking huge, right? And I'm always commenting, I'm like, God damn, why are there like everybody's heads fucking huge? And during the commentary, Bill Moseley and with who was on there? Bill Moseley, Carolyn Williams was on there too, and she said it, and she was like, people cast actors that have big heads because their heads, like their faces, show up better on film.
Yeah.
If their head's big. And I was like, motherfucker, see, even she knows everyone's got a big fucking head. So I guess there is actually a reason for it.
That's amazing.
Right. I was like, fuck, I feel validated. So
No, they really do. There's some abnormal ones too. Like
it's fucking crazy how big they
like
are.
I thought on TV between Luke and Owen Wilson looks like he has a big head. I don't know because I haven't seen him in person, but I can tell you Luke Wilson in person, his head is at least 4 times the size of mine.
Right?
Like he looks like a bobblehead because he used to go to a bar I managed in Austin. And all I do is stare at him and be like, if your head's smaller than your brother's on TV, how big is Owen Wilson's head? But I never got to see Owen Wilson.
I mean,
but I'm assuming it's at least a 6er compared to mine.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It has to be. I'm sure I've seen other actors or entertainers in person whose heads aren't that
But
big.
there's an opposite one though. Adrian Brody, his nose isn't big in person, neither is his head.
Interesting.
Really?
Interesting.
His nose is like the size of mine. I waited on him and I was like, there's no way this is fucking him, but it was him. But he's very petite. But
that's
his head's
wild.
petite too. But I think he looks good on screen just because his features look so big for his small head.
Right.
Maybe?
Right.
I don't know. But he wasn't. It was weird. It was very weird.
I did see one person that struck me as like just as proportionate in person as on screen, which was Chris Hardwick. I saw him at Monsterpalooza and he's walking around. I'm like, oh, that's Chris Hardwick.
True.
And he just looked like a normal, like a normal person. Like his head wasn't big. He wasn't abnormally big or small. He was just like, I don't know, probably 5'10" ish, maybe 6 foot at the most, 5'9", anywhere between 5'9" and 6 foot, but just normal size features. I was like, wow, that's weird.
I feel like it's the movie.
Yeah, Will
studios
Wheaton's
being
the same
fucking
way.
cheap. You know what I'm saying? Because like the camera lens that you use to shoot people has a huge effect on people's appearances. So once you start casting big head motherfuckers and you've bought into this ecosystem of expensive ass camera lenses, like, are you going to stop casting big head motherfuckers like and buy new shit because everybody would look weird? No.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know. But big heads, horror news to big heads. So I think that's it for
that should be the more you know segment, and you should
Right.
do the little star.
hell yeah. Did you know most actors have gigantic fucking noggins?
And it'd be great too if it was never like anything that was actually proven. It's more just like random conspiracy theories.
Oh yeah. Oh, we'll just make shit up.
Well,
I
I
don't give a
mean,
fuck.
that's most
Yeah.
of what we do anyway.
Yeah, it's all
This
conspiracy.
isn't real.
Yeah.
Nothing is real.
Did you know?
Oh, before back to the big head thing, the person with the biggest fucking head I've ever seen in my life.
Quentin Tarantino,
ever.
Mine.
His
believe
looks
that one.
fucking gigantic, but
I couldn't believe it. It looked like he was wearing a fucking prop.
it looks like that on screen, so I 100% believe it. But mine was fucking
Painful.
Tito Ortiz.
Oh yeah, that dude's melon is ginormous.
I could see
Oh
that.
He
my
would-
god.
We were playing
Interesting.
the Double Down in Vegas one time, and the UFC just had something at the Hard Rock, and he was walking through. Dude, it was like a fucking tiki god just fucking slapped on his fucking shoulders. I was like, holy, like it stopped me in my tracks as he walked by. I'm like, Jesus Christ, that dude's got the biggest fucking head I've ever seen. It was like 4 feet tall and 3 feet wide. It was fucking huge. But yeah, big heads. Anyway, talking about big heads, fucking Dylan McDermott looks like he has a gigantic head too.
He does.
He is, or I should say, he's the rich man's Ross Geller.
Yes. And he's not a bad actor.
It's like if David Schwimmer leveled up his looks, he'd be Dylan
Mhm.
McDermott.
He was on my only tolerated season of American Horror Story.
Yeah, I can almost agree with that.
I appreciated that one so much that when they all fucking started sucking afterwards, I was really bummed.
Yeah.
There was a couple that were okay, but I mean, that one was good, and then everything else was trash.
After that first season, it kind of went that they just started to have good episodes.
Yeah.
A lot of the seasons as a whole were kind of garbage, but specific episodes were actually kind of okay. So
One day I'm going to make us do Cult just because I want to talk about one single episode.
which one was that?
The one that's about like Proud Boys, basically.
Oh yeah, I didn't
I
see that
definitely
one.
didn't watch that one.
So
Out of all of them, every single one, I have a what the fuck, why do I keep watching this moment? But that
Yes.
one, that
Yeah.
one has one episode that will never give you a more how the fuck did I get here moment in your life, to the point where at the end of it, I was just like, what the fuck? And then I went online and like 3 friends almost posted the same thing. Like either I'm not watching any more of this or like, how the fuck did I get here? And I'm like, I don't
so it was basically like this fucking movie.
no, not even close. Not even on the same. No,
I don't know.
I can't describe to you. No,
I don't know. I have
what,
to
what
say,
they did in this episode, I can't. It doesn't. No, not even.
with this movie. Oh, do you want to give them a little if people have never seen this, because I bet there's a lot of people who have not ever seen this movie.
And
Do you want to give them a little rundown on what it's about, Oubliette?
Sure.
Wait, I love how like if you go research this movie, all of the fucking descriptions of it are not at all what it is. So I don't know what.
This one sounds pretty dead on, kind of. The head of a cyborg reactivates, rebuilds itself, and goes on a violent rampage in a Space Marine's girlfriend's apartment.
But what's a cyborg?
Any Space
right?
Marine's girlfriend's apartment.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah,
there's
I mean,
a lot
that's-
of-
Here,
what's a
we'll
cyborg?
just
I'm
I'll tell you
expecting-
what it's about right now. There's this fucking dude in the desert that's
In a
like this creature
post-apocalyptic
type
world.
scavenger or apocalyptic type character that finds fucking shit because people are scavenging shit in this wasteland, and they come back and they sell it to Burglecut from Willow, the midget that got shit on in Willow. Okay, so he's a
Burgle.
dealer. He buys scrap. So this is very much like that Anakin Star Wars. You saw.
Yeah.
So that sort of situation, like Guado. He's Guado. I wonder if they based it. Anyways, Dylan McDermott shows up to sell scrap, and he sees this fucking skeleton thing and is like, I want that, and pays some ridiculous costs. Goes to his girlfriend's apartment that he hasn't seen forever. She thinks he's in the military. He's not, because he's a fucking liar. He's just scrapping stuff. And he gives her this thing, and she's a metal art sculpturist, and she makes it into a thing. So this whole movie is basically this thing called the Mark 13 that was a government made bot to help curb overpopulation. It comes back to life because one of its traits is to be able to like find body parts and rejuvenate itself. And so it's this last girl sort of kind of situation in an apartment. Very few like locations, very few actors. It like rips off a lot of other movies.
Yeah.
But if you think of kind of something along the lines of like Class of 1999 beats Terminator, Blade Runner, and a really low budget couple room set, that's what you got.
Yeah, that's a pretty good description. Now,
That's
if
a
the
very
movie
good description.
only made as much sense as that description, it would have been way better.
I mean, they had to work with what they got, so they throw in characters like Lincoln for no reason other than to just be fucking so creepy. That
oh my god, the Ron
scene.
Jeremy, Jesus
Yeah,
Christ,
dude, I didn't know what the fuck I was watching through this whole movie. Like, I got the skeleton of the premise, which you just described. I got that, but everything in between was like made out of random parts of a fucking dream that we're just gonna put this in there and do this, and we're gonna have some creepy neighbor dude who's jerking off and saying a bunch of weird like.
This is 100% like a fever dream, like Mandy was.
Yes.
Like this is just some artsy fucking guy that's like, oh, I can work with barely any budget, and you know, I'm gonna bring these interesting characters like a perverted neighbor and the best friend, you know, scavenger who's gonna be high the whole time, and it's gonna be meaningful, and bring the Bible into it. Mose, the real name is Moses, and you know,
dude, I was thinking this the whole fucking time, like how you were saying it was like a mashup of all these fucking movies, right? I was like, dude, if like Star Wars, Six String Samurai, Mad Max, Blade Runner, Short Circuit, The Terminator, like all had a big ass orgy and shit out a kid, it would somehow be this movie. I don't know, but this whole time I was watching, I was like, what the fuck?
Well, and Richard Stanley was like 24 when he did this, so
he
that
wrote
should
it
kind of
too.
give you an inkling of, you know, it's like he probably wrote this when he was 19 or 20 and watching all these movies.
And you
like,
look, and there was like
somebody gave him money to do it.
Or other writers, you know, that were tinkering with it too, which is why you probably have, you know, this mix of ideas and all that. But yeah, I will say that the fever dream description is really good, and
I felt like I was having a fever dream.
Part of that though is because like some things are done phenomenally well, and it's so surreal because you're like, wow, the scoring on this movie is really fucking solid. You're like, dude, the cinematography, like the way that they're shooting these really like artsy cool scenes don't belong in this movie that is fucking garbage. So I mean, the cinematography was probably the best thing about that movie for me. I was like, okay, because this story is garbage. My biggest complaint, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say your own.
Yeah, I don't need perfection in your story or whatever, but like they just didn't know what kind of monster they were making at all. Like you can't have. It
was very reminiscent of the animatronics in Willy's Wonderland.
Yeah,
like the neck of it. Think about that. And the posture. It was really weird.
Let me just tell everybody of the audience. So this is going to be our 75th episode, and Ublia was like, we should do something. Let's, you know, she was looking at movies at whatever that were, you know, 75 or not 75
there
years
were
ago,
there were two movies that were 75 years old that were horror movies, so that was next.
yeah And so Iggy Pop,
yes,
and it's what, his birthday or something, his
75th birthday,
right?
My fellow Michigander,
she's like, he
is the radio DJ.
Let's do it. And I'm like, okay.
Bob.
And he's the DJ. It's in total, he's probably in there, I don't know,
10 lines.
6 minutes. Yeah. And that's probably long, probably less
voice
than that.
only. Voice
you
only.
know what though? It did make me happy to see Lemmy though.
Lemmy is in it,
Even if just for a minute. Lemmy's in it and he's driving a cab playing Motorhead.
Yeah.
and he did drop a
He wanted to be
gun
really creative.
in the fucking river, the
Yeah.
one he had. Yeah, and they
Mhm.
couldn't find it. So Lemmy being Lemmy. So that was cool. Lemmy's in it.
Yeah.
Iggy Pop, his voice is in it. Guar is
There's
in it.
some, I mean,
Yeah, Guar.
yeah,
I love
Guar's
that.
in it while Ministry's playing, which is
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, I was laughing my ass off about that too. I was like, what is going on here?
There's a lot of Land of Rape and Honey in the
Mhm.
soundtrack
Mhm.
from Ministry, which is my favorite Ministry album. And
Some
back
pill
when they
stuff
were
in
good.
there.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, there's some good, I mean, it's just it's a very silly movie. It was actually better than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to go full Mandy because I just need to give everybody a warning. If you watch this, and as you know on this show, we do a lot of kind of extreme movies or whatever else, but my husband came home about 10 or 15 minutes in the movie
The
and
neighbor was
there's
talking.
yeah there's this perverted neighbor and it's
Yeah,
not,
fuck that cock.
yeah, depending on who's
suck his
around,
cock.
they're gonna think you're watching a porn.
Uh-huh.
And he keeps
Until they look at the
remarking on her
screen and they're
boyfriend's
like-
big dick.
And then you look at the screen at the sex scene that they're shooting, and you're like, these people
Yeah, it's
have
like
obviously never
infrared.
seen. They've never seen
Yeah.
sex before. Like,
Right, dude. I thought that's the exact when she was on top of him and she's just kind of like rocking back and forth like she's she's riding
Mhm.
a
that sex
horse.
was as bad as showgirl sex, chick from Saved by the Bell. That was
Right.
as bad as that sex.
Yeah.
I'm glad you
those
guys
are the-
noticed that because the
those are the
shit
two
he was
worst
saying
sex
had
scenes
me
ever.
irked so bad. I was making dinner and I was just like looking at the carrots I was chopping because I was like, this guy's so fucking gross. I don't even want it.
When he started
It was
like
horrible.
the first thing he said, what was he saying? Like,
Take that big dick.
take
And
that
he kept
big
talking
dick.
about he kept calling his dick big and I'm like, dude, why
Yeah.
is he talking about this other guy's cock? I mean, you say take the cock, but why does he keep saying big with such an inflection? Like, who's he watching? Who's he
thing is-
watching?
The thing is too, like, I've had bad sex where the other person tried to dirty talk.
It's the
and
only
it was
kind
like,
I have.
holla. It was like somebody trying to dirty talk, but just be really,
Oh,
really
it was so
horrible
weird.
at
It was so weird
It
to
was
hear
so
that
bad.
in a
It
movie.
was so bad.
Yeah,
it-
when he was
yeah.
saying that shit,
And
as
it
soon
went
as
on
he-
for so long.
like uncomfortably long.
Yes.
Oh, and it stopped at one point and then went back to it.
Yes.
And I was like,
multiple
"Fuck,
times.
dude, like, come on, we get the
Yeah.
point. There's a perverted neighbor. I don't need to.
It was super
I don't-
graphic for a regular fucking movie, and I'm like, what do you?
Totally.
Why?
Oh, I almost forgot. I was like, man, I wanted to ask Screaming E if we were watching this movie because of the Hershey Highway reference.
Oh yeah, that
Pittsburgh.
Dude,
Or
it
no, I
was-
guess it's Hershey, Pennsylvania.
yeah,
And I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's a home state reference right there.
it's so weird. Oh, it's so
and then when he
weird.
shows up at her house too, it's like
Yeah.
the weirdest. And what's up with his face? Like he's got cuts. What's it from?
No, that's
I-
herpes.
Or
was
that,
supposed to be
yeah.
like,
Or he's just gross. Like I
Yeah.
thought it was all. When they were showing the close up of his mouth when he was talking, like
oh,
I
dude,
thought.
something hanging off of it. Ugh.
Well, I thought it was, a prosthetic like fat suit,
yeah.
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
until they showed him, and I'm like,
And like, oh, you don't
that's-
have the budget for that. That's gross.
No, that's-
No,
the
and
real
he
guy.
had like lip skin tags.
yeah.
yes.
Like,
He was just
It's all
chapped
there.
lips, really
It's all
chapped
gross.
because he was all hot and sweaty. Oh,
But that part confused me because it was right after his friend left, and I was like, "No, I really like Shades. Is this Shades being a pervert? Like, why would he do that?"
yeah.
I felt like I
Also-
already connected with Shades,
also,
and then they were.
Your character is Shades, whose whole characteristics are he wears shades.
I love him. Don't bash Shades.
Shades
Go
is
wherever you
horrible.
want with this, but leave Shades alone.
Shades is horrible. The
My
only Shades I
favorite
like
part
is
of the
all
movie-
fucked up.
My favorite part of the movie is after I had already thought it was going to end 3 times, and it was in the actual last scene. and the door that's just opening and closing and opening and
Oh, he's
closing.
double
And
dutching
after
it?
all that shit went down,
He's
he
double
finally
dutching it?
jumped through and went like, yeah,
yeah.
dude.
That was good. I did laugh about that. That was good.
It's just so stupid
It's
and
like,
so
is this-
high.
Is this motherfucker about to double dutch?
Yeah. I kept waiting for him,
great.
like, dude, just jump through the fucking
It
door.
was
It's
the
not that
slowest door
fast.
ever. It was the slowest
I
door
know.
ever.
Just go.
Oh yeah, and he kept walking back. He was so ready for it.
Just
I thought it was gonna kill
go.
him, but when he made it and made the little karate sound, I appreciate it. Was but definitely the highlight for myself.
Yeah, I don't know. This movie had me all kinds of what the fuck with it, dude. But
So I just
good.
I just read that disgusting dude who played Lincoln, whatever, improvised all that,
I bet he
Yeah.
did. That's gross.
which makes me even more irked because you know he was getting into that. He was really getting into that.
Yeah,
I
fuck
wonder what
that
happened to
big
Mr.
dick.
William Hootkins. His real name is William Hootkins.
Fuck that
I
big
bet it
dick.
is.
Oh,
That's not even
I
a
need to
stage
know.
name.
I need to know what else he's done.
That's not a stage name either. Now, my biggest complaint, though, well, one of them was, like I said, you have the supposedly artificial intelligent killing robot,
mhm.
and then they're trying to do like suspenseful like monster horror where it's like you see the hand reaching like it's gonna get them and then it pulls back, and you know, like robots
Yep.
don't do that though. Like you're writing the wrong monster. So like there was so much stuff that was confusing about that. And then that the drill it was murdering people was like the least threatening drill I've ever seen in my life. Like
was
you
his
could have
dick.
used it,
It was a
more
dick.
it looked more like a dick than
Yeah.
anything.
It was supposed to be. It kept going for her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was the problem.
Her vagina.
I didn't catch that. That
Her
was probably
vajayge.
but it was horrible. It was horrible.
It was
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing?
well, the worst thing about the fucking robot. Okay, so you're this government robot, you know, set out to fucking keep the population down, right? With
Yeah.
your fucking your drug needle teeth, and it can get killed by humidity, moisture, water, and moisture.
No.
What the fuck?
It's almost like that M. Night Shyamalan movie,
Yeah, almost.
Signs. So I
Yeah.
did think that was really stupid until I was reading more about the backstory and things that got cut out. And apparently water was like more expensive than gold in this movie. So they assumed that if they made these droids, nobody would actually throw water at them since they were all dying of thirst.
I guess if it doesn't rain anymore, I don't know. But she had a shower, so obviously
Oh,
some
that's
people
true.
still
Maybe
had
it's
water.
a dust bath. It could
No,
be a
it's
dust
def-
shower.
Killed that thing.
Oh,
It was
yeah, that's
definitely
true.
water.
Fuck.
Definitely water. Yeah.
Duh.
They're
So,
like,
yeah,
But I
don't
mean,
know.
look, she looked kind of rich though.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
Trying to give it.
But still, I'm just like,
No, he
that-
said she
that-
was on welfare. Remember?
Yeah.
That's true.
It was just all bullshit.
None of that shit made sense.
Water is the fucking Wicked Witch of the West. You're gonna throw water on it. It's gonna be like, ah, like a regular ass fucking. It's basically a toaster. You're just fucking moisture and water is gonna kill it. I'm like, what the fuck,
I
dude?
just
But
went down a wormhole about that perverted guy, and he's been in everything ever: Star Wars, Indiana Jones and the Lost Ark, Evil Dead.
Hollywood's full
He's
of
like-
pedophiles.
Evil
He's
Dead,
seriously,
the
yeah,
new one.
he's like no. He's
What?
like some background, like uncredited voice.
Hmm.
But just the
What-
voice. He's in the new video game too.
Weird.
Speaking of uncredited voices, you know who voiced the
He was
elevator?
Falcor.
You
on-
what?
No.
He was Falcor in Neverending
What the
Story
fuck?
2. Haha.
Please tell me, because I
a
couldn't
big-
find the fucking voice, the lady voice, right?
Yeah, no.
Oh.
I didn't find the lady voice, but there's another elevator voice that's also uncredited. And it's the director because he shows up in all his shit. He
Right.
casts himself for all his shit.
The news voice, the news lady voice, the anchor voice.
Yeah, I was trying to find it too because it sounds so familiar.
It is. It's super familiar.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
definitely a black actress that has been in a lot of shit for a while. I was like, is that the Carmen Sandiego lady? But I'm like, no, I don't think so. But it's
Yeah, I couldn't
it's a
find it.
prominent actress that's
Yeah.
for sure in a lot of shit.
Yeah, I was trying to figure that out too. I was like, damn it,
Dude,
who
it
is
was-
this?
It drove me crazy the whole fucking movie. I couldn't find shit because you go to look on there, you know, the full cast and there's 21 people. What the fuck? And she's
Yeah.
not one of them.
Sinead
the,
O'Connor was supposed to be Lemmy's character.
Yeah,
They
good for
made a
Lemmy.
better decision.
definitely
Yeah.
better decision. All I want to say is I hate how the British say aluminum.
Aluminium.
They put a fucking extra letter in it. There's no, like, it's aluminum, right? there's no fucking. It's not IUM at the end, is it? Maybe I'm just fucking.
Yeah,
wrong.
it is.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. No way. Maybe I'm the idiot.
No, maybe
it's
UM.
ALU.
Oh, you're right.
But is
Aluminum. See,
Is
I was
that
not
American?
right. There's
Is
no.
that, is that American?
You were not
spelling,
wrong.
Or like, how do they spell it over there?
I don't know.
Because our spelling has changed because people were cheap because they pay per letter in like newspapers, so they started dropping letters. Like, I ain't paying for this shit. That's why our spelling of color is COLOR instead of.
Well, I guess it is.
In 1934,
the chemical
Webster's Dictionary, they changed it.
Yeah.
Aluminium. It was noted as being especially British.
It is definitely British. Well, I guess they're not wrong. America. But yeah, that drove me crazy. But
America.
I guess technically they're not wrong either. So let's just get on board. God save the
aren't
Queen.
they always wrong?
They are.
Except for about the metric system, because we need to be on imperial.
Correct. Although I don't want to really learn that shit at this point now. So anyway,
neither.
Aluminium. Just sounds stupid. Aluminum sounds so much better.
Aluminium.
There you go.
Aluminium. But
That
yeah,
was
this
fun.
movie, it's
I have some leftovers. Would you hand me a piece of aluminium?
ugh. Sounds just as dirty as that dude talking about big dicks.
Could you wrap my leftover sausage in some aluminium?
Can you wrap my big dick in some aluminium?
I'd like some hard aluminium, please.
Oh God, that guy. And also, but my favorite scene of the whole movie is when Dylan McDermott shoots the fucking robot out of the window, and then I forget the actress's name, Jill. And the robot
Travis.
pulls Jill out of the thing, and he goes to try and save her, and then whatever, and he just goes and just shooting wild into the fucking air, but he's like waving his gun all fucking weird and like hitting it off the window and just spazzing out. I'm like, what the fuck am I watching right now?
And then she's like, pull me up. He's like, you're on an electrical wire. I can't. And I was like, hey, that's actual. That's real.
Right.
That's how it works. Unlike earlier in the movie, when this thing decides to come to life and it just uses Jedi mind tricks to summon wires over to itself.
Right.
I was like, well, it's got telekinesis now. Like, what the fuck? Like, this is dumb. There's so much.
That was another part I had to like rewind while I was watching it because I was thinking, did I miss something? What the fuck is going on? All of a sudden it's reassembling itself. There was a few
That
parts
part when it was like over all the screens and just sticking out like almost like a human. I was waiting for some music video to kick in or something.
Yeah,
I don't know. That
The
whole part.
cinematographer
That
has
was
done
that was the
mostly
real
music videos.
fever dream
Yeah.
part.
And when
I
they
was
had the
waiting for him to,
different
like, play
flashing
those
colored
keyboards.
lights. Yeah.
yeah. It was.
I mean, it was very, yeah, and that was this movie just takes place in 2000, so
yeah.
I can definitely relate to it.
Well, I mean,
2000.
in 2000, if you dropped your phone into the fucking pool, it did frizzle and short the fuck out. So maybe they were kind of right making that his weakness.
I
And
guess.
figured out that IP3 certification yet,
Actually, that's true. Most of our electronics would have gotten fucked up in water.
But it didn't leave the apartment.
I know.
Like it just stayed there. I'm just gonna stay here.
And it's
Well, 'cause
gonna
I
wait.
think it has to kill everything.
I mean,
Surely not.
yeah, it could have left
Sure.
the
You
apartment.
You don't think they would have set up like a predatorial hunter where like once they like have to take a circular motion, go through and kill everything in an area?
I mean, I guess.
Oh yeah. I mean, but there was just no sense made in why it needed to kill and what it was gonna do. They didn't go into that, and frankly, they didn't need to. But if it's a computer killer, like, why is it like stalking prey? Like.
Well, it's supposed to be euthanizing people with that injection that injects them with a drug that makes them really happy and makes them kill themselves.
But that's
Right.
not what it was trying to do. He
So
got
that way they can't have more
got
kids.
Dylan McDermott that way, but everybody else he was drill fucking. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they
this
were
fucking
bad.
movie. This fucking
Well, he
movie.
did inject the pervert guy with it, but then he killed him too. So
And then he
I
drill
guess
fucked
that's a
him.
plot hole. He
Yeah.
Sent
did.
it down the Hershey Highway.
Yeah.
Maybe he didn't like that guy's mouth, and I didn't either.
You
It's
got a
very
dirty
appropriate.
mouth.
Got a foul mouth. He was hanging out behind the blinds, listening to all the shit he was saying to her. So maybe he got pissed off.
Yeah. Yeah. It
Maybe
did have
maybe he heard that guy and was like, you know what? I'm just gonna kill everybody. This is what humans are.
Possibly. Yeah, possibly. Like, I'm not going to give them this awesome drug that makes them kill themselves, die happy. I'm just going to fuck them all up because they're gross.
there was one thing that I was confused on because I'm sure it was
Which
probably
part?
the only thing about this movie I was confused about. No, which I'm sure this was probably intentional. At times, I didn't know if it was the robot head before it reassembled looking, or if it was the fucking gross neighbor dude.
Same.
Because the screen was the same thing.
Yeah. The
And
overuse of the infrared was like
Yeah.
one note.
And I mean, it was definitely him in the neighbor dude in the beginning because he was looking and it was at the same angle and same direction. But then it would switch back and forth, or maybe it was just the fever dream that made me think that. I don't know. But
what about when she's trying to hide from him and she just gets to the refrigerator?
Yeah.
And I like when it smashes the jar in her face. Like,
Yes.
Dumbest thing.
Like it's trying to scare her. It's like,
or
what?
like or that the robot's getting upset. Like,
Yeah.
where did it go? I'm gonna smash this jar.
I also loved Dylan McDermott's character's random cyborg arm out of nowhere, and it looks just like he's wearing a glove with like some duct tape on
Nintendo
it.
glove.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, that's
power
funny.
glove.
And then like the shower scene, he's like filling her up with his robot hand. I was like,
I was just about to say they made a
bro,
big deal of that.
Bro, you use the real one. Like,
maybe she's into the robot one. Maybe that's why the Mark 13 hung around a little while.
Maybe.
This movie just reminded me of a really long episode of The Outer Limits from the 90s.
Yeah.
Like the camera looked the same, like everything looked the same, which was not good. The acting was the same.
It's just like the whole last 40 minutes of it, like that movie to me ended two different times and then went on again for a third
It would have
ending.
been better if it ended any time before the last one.
Or if it would have taken out like between the first and the second and just gone from before that to that final scene. It was just a lot. And then, they introduced the two new characters.
The bodyguard
right
people or the security.
Just in time for them to get killed. And it was like, it just seemed, and then that whole thing, and they were like, kept going into his
some
dream
racist shit
sequence and her dream sequence.
You know I'm talking about, Mills. You know what I'm saying.
That's what I would say. Just the time, you gotta kill the black guys. They lasted in the scheme of the movie longer than your average horror film, but in relation to when they were introduced, very short.
Because the door guy did show up earlier, and he was like, "No, it's cool. I'll go check on it. Like nothing, whatever."
He's like, "Let me get all my other black friends to come finish this movie out with me."
Hey, black people, come in. Let's help these whiteys.
Well, I also enjoyed when they open the door and they all have guns except for Shades, and he's just kind of like making some pose with his hands in the air, like he's just gonna blast the robot with his hands,
karate hands.
And also just how like psyched Dylan McDermott was when he shot him, and I like that she was actually like, "What the fuck? Where were you? Like, why are you celebrating? Like, asshole, you just left me here."
Get down.
Yeah, I will say that I was like, "Oh no!" Like as it was starting to play out and he's running to get there, I'm like, don't send the dude to save the girl. Like, make her a badass. Like, that's way less fun. Like, and then they went back and forth between like, is she a damsel or you didn't get a satisfactory end to that creature with just reaching and turning on the shower. I'm like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, but you got some satisfaction with like, I mean, they did make her kind of, at least her boyfriend fucking killed himself with two very small cuts to his hand and then a hole in his other hand. Or sorry, a hole in his hand and two small cuts and then a tear on his metal thing.
Yeah.
Like that's how he killed himself. And
Poor
he went
Dylan.
across the street, not even down the road. And they weren't that deep. That guy wasn't dead. He was shamed and pretending to be dead when she came over. Like, I don't want this thing to kill me. I don't want her to be fucking mad at me. I'm just gonna sit here and be high on the shit he injected me with.
And she beat its ass with a bat. Shotguns and all kinds of other guns really didn't do much, but this bat is really gonna fuck you up. It did trick me though, because I thought she was gonna lure it through the doors that were opening and closing.
Same.
And then
would have been a better option, you know.
Yeah. And then she went to the bathroom. And then
But like, so in the weird fever dream end, was the robot learning their voices or was she just hearing his voice? Like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of thought it was the robot faking the voice, but
same. And you know, when he like injected him that way, that went down. I almost thought the robot, like Dylan McDermott, was going to wake back up and be the robot since he has this kind of rejuvenating thing somehow. Even though I know the school's the base of it, it's not like the movie made that much sense.
But then the hand was running around killing motherfuckers by itself too, though. So
yeah,
you know.
Like I thought maybe after he injected and killed people, he was like a puppet. The robot could be like a puppet master with.
But he also had the cyborg hand,
especially since he has cyborg hand. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I had forgotten that. You know, it makes them kill themselves, and I was like, oh, did he take over the cyborg hand? And I was like, oh no, that's that whack shit they were talking about.
Yeah, same. Especially when the voice started, and then she was like talking to it, being like,
"Well, and
what's your primary function?" or whatever she was saying.
Was it prime directive? What's your prime directive?
Yeah, that's
something.
what it was.
Yeah, and I'm like, she sure knows the verbiage. Like,
and then it did have that weird little fucking fever dream interlude,
right?
Where I was like,
"What the him and the rain and the dream?" And was that
like,
her when she was passed out, or was that him dying? Like,
I have no idea.
Saying, like, or was that the robot that took his dreams after he stabbed him? Like.
Zero idea. And I wasn't going to go back and watch it because at that point it was already like 3 times I had to rewind some shit and just to get an idea of what the fuck was going on. I'm like, I'm not doing this again. I don't know.
The same. Like I looked at my husband and I was like, God, I watched Blade Runner at like 15 and understood the whole movie. And I was like, I just watched this and I have no idea what they were fucking trying to say the last 10 minutes.
My wife walked in
and I totally analyzed it.
Probably like the last 20 minutes of the movie, she walks in the house, looks at the screen, looks at me, she's like, you must be doing one of those bullshit podcasts again, because you never watch movies like this unless you've got some bullshit podcasts. And I was like, you got it.
Bingo. Yeah, this movie was bullshit.
It was a little rough.
I liked it.
I liked parts of it, but it was
nostalgic.
Angry.
It was nostalgic to that like 90s cyberpunky cyborg, like not make much sense movies of that time. And I haven't seen those in a while.
The gore was good. I will give it, the gore was pretty good.
There's so much more
use
potential.
Of the small amount. I know, but think of it. They had like what, 2 sets in the whole movie, 3 sets in the whole movie, and like 10 people in it.
Yeah, I could appreciate that whole Night of the Living Dead, Evil Dead. It's stuck in this one fucking place, this claustrophobic place. But there were so many opportunities to just leave that one place that they easily could have done.
I don't need complex, complicated horror because it's so easy to fuck it up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, they didn't need to try and do as far as with that creature as much as they did. You know, like typically you throw something against the wall and you try it out, and then if it sticks, you get your sequel. And you, like Terminator, they had a real simple concept. They didn't dive into the history. There's a fucking time traveling robot that's trying to kill this dude and prevent a future war.
Right.
That's all you need to know. You know, they tried to do a little bit too much, you know, try to get into this, that, the other thing.
So Mo was originally supposed to be Bill Paxton, and no, seriously, and Miramax had no idea who he was, so they told the director no, they didn't want him, and then he signed on and did Navy SEALs like a month later.
That would have made this movie. It wouldn't have made it better. It would have just made it more fucking ridiculous.
Jeffrey Combs was going to be Shades.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which would be really weird to me.
Yeah. Back to your point, Mills. They did try to do too much because the synopsis that Oubliette gave was like perfect. That could have been like an hour movie. She's building some shit. Movies. Some stuff starts going like, oh, I have a cat that somehow gets killed or some shit like that. Like little stuff could have built up. And then by the end, after she completes the robot, which would have made more sense.
Yeah.
Instead of it completing itself. But then it just fucking gets crazy and tries to kill her. And then fucking D-Money comes running back. And, that's when all the shit gets down. But no, it was like, we're going to end it 3 times and just drag this thing out. And none of it's going to make any sense. So,
yeah. It's like, I think the director did a short film before this. And this was either the first or second like feature that he did.
Mm-hmm.
So the second and the third one was Color Out of Space. That's all, because Island of Dr. Moreau, didn't he get kicked out of?
He's got some other stuff too, but nothing like that big. But I know there's some drama with Island of Dr. Moreau. I don't know if he's known for that, but I don't know if he finished that. Let me look.
I think as far as written and directed, there was only 3.
I know he did the screenplay for Island of Dr. Moreau. I don't know if he actually finished it.
But Lemmy was in it.
Yeah, I mean, that was
That's
cool.
Good. And Iggy Pop for 30 seconds. His voice anyway. Hey, man, this is Iggy Pop.
Right.
Sweet.
But, when you're doing your first one, though, and they just throw some money at you, there's a natural bit of humorous that's like, dude, we got to do the craziest shit that we can do. Like, how much can we pull off?
I totally get it. I totally get that whole thing. It just wasn't a good.
So he directed The White Darkness, which I haven't seen.
That's my nickname in the hood.
How? That's hilarious.
I'm going by that nickname.
Brave. Yeah, he's done some stuff. He's done some stuff.
He's working on another Island of Dr. Moreau right now.
Dust Devil.
Because I guess he can't get enough.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, he wants his Schneider cut. That's one of the worst things that Hollywood ever did.
See, you know what, Hollywood? This would be one of those movies that you remake and actually make shit make sense.
That's true.
You know?
I mean, you could.
And they could go either way with it. They could go just eye candy, or could add more brain power to it, but brain power that makes sense.
Yeah.
Or even stuff that makes you think, but you know what you should be thinking about.
Yeah, and not think, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Like some of the synopsises I had read were like, it's the bridge between Terminator and some other shit. And I was like, oh, that
the fuck isn't.
And Starship Troopers or some shit. I was like, oh, that sounds pretty dope. And then I fucking watch it. I'm like, what the fuck? Who wrote this bullshit?
Yeah, I didn't read anything. I just went into it cold because I wanted to be surprised, and I was.
Oh, I was definitely surprised.
Yeah,
I was.
Yeah, I did like a weird thing trying to find the 75th episode and Iggy Pop's 75th birthday. Picked this, never heard of it. Saw it was Richard Stanley, was texting E, and I was like, fuck it, let's just do it. And he's like, all right, sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, it's something about a machine that can like put its parts back together. We were like, great. Like, okay.
Yeah. And I never heard of this movie.
Yeah,
me neither, but I recognized the cover and had seen the VHS for sure. Because there's one cover with like the guy who finds it. He has his hand out, and I know I used to see that on the shelves.
Well,
but it looks a lot like a brain scans cover too.
What was up with the first dude just being extra fancy, creepy that brought the head in to sell it in the first place? I'm like,
the singer of some goth band that the director had done a bunch of music videos for.
I know. I'm like, this is so
And he was
needless.
supposed to be in all the dream sequences, I guess, but they
Why?
couldn't get him back because they were on tour or some crap.
Good,
So
because
it was totally
why?
like a half-assed thought.
Yeah, that would have like just made it more confusing. You know.
Yeah, the Nomad.
Yeah, I like wanted them, but no, I wanted them to bring him back into it like somehow other than just at the very end, like because then that's the other confusing part. So they get on the radio or the news or whatever, the radio, and he's like, they're
Which is
making this
cool.
thing, blah, blah,
Those
blah.
those parts are cool. Like the radio. I love
No,
when movies kind of do the radio
Same.
narrator.
But then they go back to that guy walking back out in the desert. Like, what
Right.
is he, a government plant that just dropped this off to see if it was going to kill people? Like they're alluding to some other
Which
shit
is-
than this
right.
guy just found it in the desert, which is
Which I'm glad they didn't go further down that rabbit hole.
so get this, the sequel, the final girl or whatever moves to some like commune or farm, like somewhere where there's no technology, you know, right as the government starts making all these. And the government makes them all to patrol the Mexico-US border to keep Mexicans out. I shit you not. That was the sequel they were trying to make in 92.
Oh, that's why it was called malware, because that's Spanish for bad.
Yeah. Life imitates art. The Nomad dude, Carl McCoy, was in an episode of Miami Vice in 1987.
Ooh.
A little fun fact.
Yeah.
Demons
the
too.
band
And
he
then,
the band he was in, I have not heard of. I forget what it was called. Something. No.
I mean, you know, if you want to see a weird movie that doesn't make sense and makes you feel like you are having a fever dream,
Yeah, the
check it out.
beautiful
Fields of
cinematography,
Nephilim.
good scoring, everything else.
Yeah.
And if
I
you're
mean,
a fan of Fields of Nephilim, their singer is a nomad in the beginning.
Fields of Nephilim. That sounds like
Nephilim.
some of that dirty talk that
Nephilim,
dude was
whatever.
laying down.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, take your Hershey Highway all the way
Or
down to the
Fields of Nephilim.
Yes.
Nephilium.
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 Fucking British.
British.
Yeah, we got to pick another country to make fun of because we were going real hard on Italy for a little bit.
Oh no, the
Yeah.
correct answer to that question is Canada. Fuck Canada.
Yeah, we can go up there.
Oh, don't you do that now.
Oh, for
Hey.
sure. Like if
no,
we
not the
need a border
Canadians.
wall,
They've
it
done
is
nothing to you.
definitely the Canadian border. Like
Oh,
Mexican
I don't know
people are
about
not
that, sir.
condescending at all, whereas Canadians want to apologize to you for you. They're not sorry. They just want you to know that empathy is something that you should be having, and fuck them for that. Because America.
Except the Canadian fans and friends we have, you guys are sweet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's exceptions to
unless
every rule.
unless you're French Canadian, then stop talking like you're spitting.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
Just
build
kidding.
that northern wall.
Oh, you jerks in your
my
fucking
God.
Canadian tuxedos.
And actually, we were making fun of Italy for a while, but then we went to Russia too. Don't
Yeah, we did
forget.
go to Russia.
We've gone everywhere.
Yeah. Russians are fucking scary though.
Yeah, they are.
well-
I stopped doing it and I put her to rest.
Yeah. I think it's
Unfortunately, you know, I might lose some of my few OnlyFans subscribers for this comment, but I mean every little bit of vitriol about Canada. I hate you all.
Womp womp. Well, with that being said, guys, I think we've pretty much talked this movie to death. So the time has come to drop. the
Metal can't
Canadian
die.
films.
They multiply. I feel
Yeah.
like Johnny Five would have been a scarier villain than this motherfucker.
Yeah, it
Just
definitely,
saying.
definitely short circuit.
Like when he got angry, I'm like, oh shit, Johnny, oh shit.
Right.
This dude never was really scary.
Yeah, it was weird. And he was too big to be hiding in that fucking small ass.
And then
fucking
she
town.
randomly paints the American flag
That's
out
huge.
of his face. How dare you?
Son of a bitch.
It's like why? It was scarier before that. Now it's just
Oh,
corny.
there was some stupid interview with the director about that it was a divided down the middle, like it had two faces because the robot was supposed to represent life and death, and the whole sterilizing people so they can't get pregnant and
Wait,
yada
what?
yada
What?
yada. Yeah, exactly.
Once again,
Very artsy.
Too much.
Very artsy
simple.
there.
You gotta
Yeah.
simplify.
So what are you gonna give it, Mills, out of 5, man?
A solid 2. One for the cinematography and the other point for the scoring. Everything else was trash.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Oobzilla.
I'm actually gonna break my streak of going really low, even though this has a lot of downside to it. I think with what they were working with, and it hit me in nostalgia a little bit. I will never watch this again. I will say that right now. But I don't regret watching it, and it was really nice to see Lemmy in action. And I liked the score. Cinematography was cool. The acting for what it was actually wasn't
pretty
bad
good.
either.
It's pretty good.
The writing was just,
Yeah.
if this was in the hands of a capable, like a more capable writer, it could have been a really good movie, but nobody obviously told this guy to like cut it out and stop writing in his journal.
They'd spend too long on shots, but yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I too, I as well give it a 2.
All right.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go 3. I was like,
I was thinking like 2.25, 2.5, but if I say I'm never gonna watch it again, I feel weird going over.
How do you guys do your scales? Because I scale things apparently not the same as people. So 5, that's an odd number. 3 would be average. 2 would be below average.
We typically do like between 2 and 3 as being like an average movie.
Yeah. So anything
below it.
I want everybody to understand. I'm not giving it a 2 because it was just the worst thing I've ever seen.
Right.
3 is a solid average movie.
Yeah.
This is below that. It was a fun evening, but once again, I would like Courtney never watch it again.
Right.
3 to me is above average. So
yeah. I'm gonna go with a 1. Drug sticking, getting killed by water, fucking candy corn.
M. Night Shyamalan ding dong.
Yeah, it was just too what the fuck for me. It had a good premise, and I could see it being a better movie.
Yeah,
I could also see people enjoying it, appreciating it.
That could be the only place to make. That could be the only way to make it worse is if M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh yeah. Please,
awesome.
Please no. But
could you imagine?
No, I don't want to imagine either.
It makes me feel. It gives me a headache thinking about it.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just too what the fuck, and it made my head hurt. So
I just need the shades cut. Everything from his perspective, the whole movie.
That would actually be interesting.
Right?
I want to hang out with Shades.
Once he gets whacked out of his brains,
seems
then
like
you
fun.
can go into the fever dream.
Shades was like the Ducky of this movie,
For sure.
I would actually hang out with Mo too.
Yeah, Mo seemed alright. He was a big liar though, so you got to watch out for that.
Yeah, I'd hang out with the girl too, Stacy, whatever.
Jill.
She seemed fine, Jill.
Yeah.
I'd hang out with a neighbor.
Hell yeah.
Black ones. Come on,
Fucking
man. Shut
would,
up.
dude.
Jerking off with them. Hell yeah. Fuck
Dude,
yeah.
I'm an ex-Navy guy, and even I was like, whoa, bro, chill out.
It was a little much for a movie.
No, I'm all into the graphic stuff, but yeah, that was not my bag. Nope. That was like red flags, red lights were going off, creep. Gross.
And it was just so like abrupt.
Right.
Like there wasn't any lead into it. It was just this one scene, and then the next scene is like, yeah, take that big cock, take that big dick. You're like, what the fuck? What?
And I'm already having like porn anxiety right now, so I just can't. I can't.
Yeah.
I just need to not hear that.
You see porn anxiety? That's amazing. I have to tell you a story after this episode.
All right.
Yeah. And you'll know more about my story at a later date.
Yes, you will. So yeah, anyway, check this movie out if you want to.
Look, if you like things like Class of 1999, like the really weird 90s kind of 80s cyborg,
if you want to watch weird shit, yeah, check it out.
weird, pointless, low budget movies. But
Or
I
if
mean,
you
it's
want to
fun.
get drunk and laugh at a movie, that's another good reason to watch it too. I mean,
Yeah.
You could
definitely
make a
have some
drinking
fun.
game out of this.
You definitely could
Definitely.
have some fun with it.
Yeah.
Email me if you want some rules. I'll send them over.
Awesome.
All right, guys. This has been another episode of Monster Candy Podcast. We'd like to thank Money Mills
All
coming
day.
back on.
Reverend Mill.
Reverend Mills
Praise
come back
be.
on with fucking Oubliette and Screaming E, the White Darkness.
I thought you were the White Lightning.
Oh no, the White Darkness is pretty dope.
That's pretty good. It's pretty
Oh.
good. I
So
don't
yeah,
know what it
guys.
means, but sure.
Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
I hear you looking for candy, man, bitch.
Give me some sugar, baby. Like scary movies.
Uh-huh. Want some candy?
Groovy.
You ever dance with the devil by the pale moonlight?
We don't have to be mean.
Yeah, Jack Burton just looks that big old storm right square in the eye and he says, "Get away from her, you bitch!"
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Your move, creep.
Listen to them. Children of the night. What music they make.